Hello there and welcome to another video. Tonight I'd just like to tell you about a couple of movies that I like quite a lot, two of my favourites, and the first one is this one, which is Runaway, starring Tom Selleck and Cynthia Rhodes. Now this is a sci-fi thriller set in the not too distant future, and Tom Selleck, that's him there obviously, everyone knows who Tom Selleck is I'm pretty sure. Tom Selleck plays a cop who has a fear of heights, which is known as acrophobia, I believe. Where in the film, I think they just say he's got vertigo because he goes dizzy if he goes up anywhere high, basically. And he gets a new partner, and this is her here, Cynthia Rhodes, who you might know from the film Staying Alive with John Travolta, and she was also in Dirty Dancing as well. And she's probably, well, this is probably not a main known fact about her, but she is, or was, I'm not sure if she still is, married to the singer, what's his name? Um, Richard Marx. Yes, she was married to him. I don't know if she still is, but she might be. I should have checked that fact up first. But anyway, regardless of that, the film, like I say, is set in the not too distant future, and robots are used in the film to do all sorts of jobs instead of people. And Tom Selleck works on the police force in a division where he goes out to sort of fix robots that have malfunctioned and stuff. And there's a really mean bad guy in the movie, played by Gene Simmons from Kiss. And that's one of the main reasons I've always liked this film, because Gene Simmons is in it, and he plays a very good part in the movie. He's very sinister, and well, you have to watch the film to see where he's like in it. But he gives a very good performance in the movie, and near the end, you do sort of question whether Gene Simmons himself could possibly be a robot as well. But you'll just have to watch the film to see what happens to make you think that. But anyway, there's some really good scenes, some involving Tom Selleck in an elevator on a building site, where he goes up really high to the top floor and he's absolutely terrified, and he's like stuck right at the top, and he can't get out the elevator because he's so high up and there's no floor. It's gone really high, and he's looking down and everything, and he's absolutely terrified out of his mind, basically. And the film also has a really good music score by the late great Jerry Goldsmith. It's an electronic score, sorry, uh, done with mainly synthesizers. And I remember when this film first came out, I dashed out to buy the soundtrack on LP record. I've still got that in my collection somewhere. So it's a really good soundtrack. And the film also features some romance between these two as well. And the music on some of the romantic sequences, like there's one right at the end of the film, really suits it. Like the music on it really suits the scene, I think, anyway. So I highly recommend this movie. And there's some pictures on the back of the one of the robots at the top there. You can see that. So that's Runaway, and it was also, I forgot to mention, it was directed by Michael Crichton, who also did the film Coma as well, and Westworld, and he also wrote Jurassic Park, to name but a few things he's done. He also did a film called Looker, which starred Albert Finney, which was a good one as well. Right, on to the next film that I recommend. And this one is called Spiral. Now this stars Joel David Moore. You may or may not have heard of him, but he's done a few films here and there. He was in Shark Night 3D, for example, and trying to think where else he was in. He's in some obscure titles, but anyway, in this movie, he plays this young chap who has some severe psychological problems, and he has like trouble with women and stuff. He has trouble meeting women, and he also has extreme trouble talking to women as well. And he works in an office job somewhere in America, I forget exactly where. And he meets this woman who also works there on his break, because he sits outside the building at lunchtime eating his sandwiches in this little shelter thing, and she comes down at the same time to eat. I think I forget whether she eats something or she's just smoking, I forget. Anyway, he meets her and she starts talking to him. He doesn't say much back because he has extreme social difficulties talking to women in particular. But somehow he actually he does drawings as well. He does artwork, and he ends up like getting involved with her, and he starts doing pictures of her and stuff, like drawings. But things go from bad to worse throughout the film, and things fall apart between him and her because of his strange behaviour and stuff. And I hope I'm not giving too much away here, but there's a scene where she's in his apartment, and she's just been sleeping in his room with him, and he's up and she's in the room or something, I forget. And she goes in his drawers, and she finds some other pictures of other women that he's drawn, loads of them. And she starts to think, oh, something not right here. And that's when everything falls apart, basically. It's a while since I watched it, but I think that's pretty much when it goes pear-shaped. But anyway, this is a very good film. It's sort of a horror thriller, and it's highly recommended by me. And you can get it on Blu-ray. I think it might be still on Amazon. This is a import, I forget from which country, because it's not immediately obvious on the back which country it's from or on the front, but it does play in English, so there should be still some copies about, either on eBay or on Amazon. I haven't checked lately, but yeah, that's Spiral, so highly recommended by me. And I've got one other film here. I said two films, so I might as well do this third one. This one is Lolita, if I can just get the light right on it. It's hard to see on the screen whether it's got sheen on it or not. This is Lolita, the remake, starring got it wrong there, Jeremy Irons and Dominic Swain. And this is a very good film in my opinion, directed by Adrian Lyne, who's probably most famous for doing Fatal Attraction, Unfaithful, Flashdance, and what else did he do? Can't think off the top of my head. But anyway, that's a few of the ones Adrian Lyne did. And this is a film about a girl who is sort of Jeremy Irons ends up infatuated with this young girl. She's not of a legal age, shall we say. But anyway, they become sort of friends and hang out together and what have you. And this film was a remake of a Stanley Kubrick film, as you probably already know. And it's got some good music on the film as well, as far as I remember. And it also stars Melanie Griffith as well in the film. So anyway, that's pretty much all I want to say about this one for the minute, because I didn't really plan on talking about this one. It was just on my shelf here. I thought, oh, I might as well mention this one. So I just like to say I'm not. This is a. I forgot to mention. This is another import. I think it's a German import because I've reversed the cover. You see, it had the German certificate on the other side, so I switched it around so it doesn't have it shown. But this is a really good Blu-ray, so I highly recommend you get hold of a copy of this if you fancy watching Lolita, the remake. Right, well that's it for now. So thanks very much for watching this video again, and if you enjoyed it, please could you give us a thumbs up. But if you absolutely hated it or just disliked it, obviously give us a thumbs down. And also, if you give us a subscription, if you like some of my videos or just this video or whatever, I'd be really grateful. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I shall see you next time. So bye for now.